If you were looking at a budget, there'd pretty much be two sides. On one side of the budget is income, on the other side of the budget is expenses. And if you would look at a lifestyle, one side of your lifestyle would be needs, the other side wants. And your lifestyle creates your budget. And so if you're in a point in life where you want to reinvent yourself, you have to look at your needs and your wants and adjust accordingly based on how you want to change your lifestyle. Now, your needs and your wants, they change with age because life is fluid, not static, meaning the needs that you have at the age of 18 are going to be different than the age of 78. At the age of 78, you may need to have a first story house because you can't walk upstairs. Mike Reed, happy Friday. Yes, happy payday. For everyone out there working, the reward is payday. Money bag emoji to you. So what I could tell you is I never met a bad payday. I never got upset when I looked at payday. And if deposit, and you can also InstaPay if you were willing to let them take out a certain percentage and if you needed the money that day. A lot of flexibility in DoorDash. We work to support a lifestyle, okay? And our lifestyle, again, is consistent or consists of our needs and our wants. So the only way to really affect your budget is to look at what your needs and your wants are. Now, you may want Starbucks, and I don't think that's a bad thing, especially with regular coffee, because, regular coffee at Starbucks is about $2 for a small cup of coffee. If you made coffee at home, maybe you can get it down to $1.75 a cup after you account for the capital expenditure of the coffee machine, the filters, the water, the mug, the soap and the water to clean all those things, everything else, the electricity to run it. It's, you're not going to get ahead in life by cutting out Starbucks, okay? Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Some people spend, $30 a day on Starbucks. Then maybe, okay? But life has to consist of both needs and wants. Just like a budget is going to consist of expenses and income. Like I always tell you guys, you're never going to get to a point where you have no expenses. You can pay off all your debt. Whether you live like a nomad or live in a paid off house, you're always going to have expenses, insurances, gas, food, etc. Okay. So, technically in life, you don't need more than 1,000 calories. Okay. You can easily live off 1,000 calories per day. I did it for about 3 years straight. Okay. Now, what I could tell you is you're going to want to eat more than that on a sustainable level. Okay. ESP, Starbucks is a need, cheaper than bail money. Hey, I agree. And what I could tell you is I would live in my car just to buy as much Starbucks as I want. You say, Sam, I don't agree with that. Well, bro, this is my needs and my wants, okay? That's the thing I love about you, so you could see my face better. But I don't want to move, okay? Oh, Gringo signed up again. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to you. Money bag emoji to you, brother. I appreciate your support. Old Gringo doing the best he can, taking care of his child, and then he's going to free up his life. He's going to reinvent himself, okay? So what do you do after you raise your kids? You reinvent yourself. What do you do when you get out of college? You reinvent yourself. What do you do when you get out of a marriage? You reinvent yourself. Look, after a divorce, a good thing to do is reinvent yourself because your needs and your wants got out of balance. You created a lifestyle that didn't bring you where you needed to be, and now you got to refigure that out. Old Gringo said, I got major hours. Well, money bag emoji to you. What I can tell you guys, DoorDash more, work more, or whatever, as long as you can balance your life. But guys, there was times I worked like an animal, overtime, side jobs, everything, and I wasn't getting ahead. I was just getting by, getting a little bit ahead. Why? Because my lifestyle, my wants were way above my needs. Okay, so even though the square footage of my house was too much, I wanted a lot of clothes, I wanted a nice car, and so I needed to work more. Okay, and then I had to look at that's more in line on what you want to do. Old Gringo, 13 hours of overtime every week, money back. This allows me to get my plan back into action. Sometimes you got to sacrifice. Don't be scared to sacrifice. Be scared to spackle. Okay. What I could tell you guys, I rather work overtime and get extra money than spackle on the weekend in my house. Not doing overtime. I don't want a house. I don't want spackle. To me, cash money. Okay. Direct deposit, digital currency. Okay. You say, Sam, I really don't want money. I just want enough to get by. Well, there's your lifestyle. Okay. Everyone has a different lifestyle. Oh, Gringo, van living retirement is 5 to 7 years. Well, just remember, you got to have a place to park the van. Just remember, you're going to want to buy a somewhat new van. And just remember, as you get older, you want more comfort, less stability. Now, could you build out a van that's pretty much like an apartment? Yes. So could I see myself dying in a van? I would have no problem with that. But I have to have a place I'd want to park it, whether it's at a campground or whatever. As the older I get, the less I want to stealth camp, the more I want comfort. But I'm only 40. So the only thing I tell my older people who watch me, okay, is have an exit strategy. Number one, even when you're old, you still need a budget. Number two. Number three is, you can live in a vehicle, but as you get older, you want a self-contained vehicle. A self-contained vehicle means it has a shower, a kitchenette, and a bathroom, and a sleeping quarters. Why? Because if your ass got to get put on hospice, you want to be able to live in your vehicle, not search for housing. Okay, so I would say once you hit 70, start to understand that self-contained vehicle is attractive. Now, if you don't have any choice and you may want that self-contained RV, but you don't have the means to get it, look, don't beat yourself up. Then just understand, it is what it is, Stephen. Basic psychology needs theories. This is interesting. Autonomy, competence, and relations. Well, I tell you, stay single, and you can want whatever you want. When you're in a relationship, your needs are not your own. They're a collective group. I want to determine my needs and my wants. Like me and ESP, if we want to go to Starbucks and spend $30 a day, I don't have to check with anyone. I don't check with my spouse. I don't check my kids. And I like it like that. Okay, that's how I want to live. I don't want to live a life where I share resources with other people. Nope. Oh, Gringo. That's the plan. Build out a van. I ain't mad at that. I got some places in mind. I like where you're going. Prepare to semi-permanently park. But I want to camp out and see mountains and nature. I like where you're going. Keep that vision in front of you. Keep your dreams in front of you. Love to you, old Gringo. You're going to make it. Mike Reed, Sam. If you got a small Class C, don't try. I'm not doing a Class C. I'm not Rusty, man. A Class C is a disaster. Now, I support you, Mike, because I know you like the Class C, but I tell you one thing, you ain't going to be Ubering in a Class C. You're going to see Rusty get that Class C. You're going to see he ain't going to like driving into the store. He ain't going to like driving to the gas station. He going to end up with a Prius and a travel trailer, just how we started, because that's the best setup, in my opinion. He goes, Sam, if you would get a small Class C, not going to happen, would you want a dinner table or a small couch? I don't want any of that. What I want right now is the most efficient vehicle I can have, which is a car or a hybrid electric vehicle. Possibly I'll get an RV lot with a travel trailer or a very small mobile home. I do not want a Class C. Why? Because it eliminates too many needs, okay? For me, I don't want more room. Okay. What I need for my goals is maximum freedom, flexibility, and maximum options of revenue. So I need a regular vehicle to have good fuel efficiency. Okay. I need, to be able to put my sunroof down, listen to Sade driving down Highway A1A. You ain't going to do that in a Class C. Okay. Well, I would say that's a want, but so everyone's different. Rusty's 75 years old or whatever. So he wants more comfort. I still think he's going to screw himself financially, but this is my opinion. Everyone lives their own life. People disagree with me, but a Class C, look at Nomadic Fanatic. Did you see his video today? His fucking leveling is breaking. Class C motorhomes, they're shit. The only motorhome I would ever get would be a small van, like a Corrado Axion. Shout out to Liz. I think you're pretty much just going to the strip club of RVs when you get a Class C or Class A. I think it's a total waste, in my opinion. So I'd rather own an RV lot and put a small little $10,000 RV like he had originally with his Coachman Clipper Cadet, and even before that he had a junkier one. But this is my opinion. So I don't like the Class C. I don't like the Class A. I don't like fifth wheels. I like a regular vehicle. The only time I would get out of a regular vehicle, regular car or regular SUV, would be if I am at retirement age or I have sustainable side income that I know I could retire if I wanted to, and maybe I would consider like a 18-foot Class B van, maybe. Old gringo, but I love the mountains. Well, I love flat land. I hear you, old gringo. I hope you get into Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, because I know you like to be by the southern border, and I hope you venture. And there's a lot of great places to see. And I want you to live your dream. I want you to, get inspired about it. I want you to look at videos about it. But I got to be by flat land. Okay? That's why I like Florida. I got to be at sea level. The higher you go in elevation, the less oxygen. However, to be fair, a lot of humidity in Florida in the summer, there's less oxygen in the air molecules. That's true. Mike Reed, ESP, has a small van. Yeah. She got a ND200. Sound familiar, Nate from Element Van Life? You're getting ready to see a self-destruction. You're getting ready to see Nate from Element Van Life consolidate 2 vans to 1. Did you see the video today where he put his feet up and she was like, oh, I don't like when you put your feet up. I can't get around you. Huh. Guys, it's going to end in a complete disaster emoji, okay? And what I could tell you is her needs and her wants and his needs and her wants, they're about to merge. And what I could tell you is sell. Now's the time to sell stock in that company. Mike Reed. ESP is a small van that we all have been waiting for a tour of. Nah, ESP wants her privacy. I don't blame her. Why? Because that's how she gets down. She says, these psychopaths on YouTube, I got to bust my ass for 3 years, then I'm going to be getting paid minimum wage. I don't know how Inspirational Nomad does it. Now, I think any psychopath can do this. Well, I won't say that. I would say, though, you can do this. However, it's a site, you got to put work into it, and you got to be willing to deal with the psychopaths. Not too many people are willing to do that. So if you think you can deal with the comment section or you can deal with the consistency of uploading a video, then try it. But I would say for the vast majority of people, don't give away your privacy for no money initially on YouTube and then minimum wage. Then people don't even want to make it that. However, I do it, so I don't want to be a hypocrite. But what I tell you, it's going to take years, and it's got to be your side thing that you don't care about. Because if you're constantly looking at your AdSense revenue and your members, I got 12,000 subscribers. Guys, I got 0.001% members, and I'm thankful for every member. But what I can tell you is, guys, subscribers don't mean much. Look at my views. Most of my videos get very little views. So I still enjoy it. It's a side hustle. I'm very grateful for everything I make on it. But the reality is I share my soul. I share how I feel. People see me publicly. And that's not good to give away all that part of your life for very little compensation unless you're willing to take the risk, unless you're willing to treat it like a side hustle, not a main hustle, unless you don't expect much from it. Okay, like I said, I watch a real estate agent. He thinks he's going to retire off YouTube. He's out of his mind. He's got like half the views of my channel, half the subscribers. He's out of his mind. So, but this is my opinion. Everyone should do them. My man, old gringo. No more child support in 5 years. Well, brother, I'll be counting down the minutes. I'm praying for you, brother. Hang in there. 5 years pass real quick. Old gringo, hallelujah. No more child support payments in 5 years. I'm done. Well, brother, I tell you, I could understand wanting to get down to that. Shout out to Team Vasectomy. Mike Reed, not soon enough, old gringo. Mike Reed, single for the win. Get the termites out of there. Old gringo, well, I should have never hit marriage. Well, we can't go backwards. I don't want you to beat yourself up, old gringo. You're handling your responsibility. The Lord will reward you. You're doing the best you can. Just remember, guys and girls, we can never go backwards in life. Okay. So like I say, your needs and your wants change. Okay. When you're younger, you may want a family. When you're older, you may just want to get rid of child support. Okay. So what I can tell you is we can't go backwards. We can't look and say, I should have bought this stock. I should have did this. I should have did that. It's good to reflect, learn, and admit, but then it's also good to say, you know what? We're going for it. But that train left the station years ago. Good job, old gringo. Old gringo, I did get a vasectomy. Praise the Lord, says the Yacht Club. Towards the last year of the marriage. Well, better late than never. That's what I tell you. Love to you, old gringo. That sun coming in hot. Let me take my pillow and put this up there. Hold on, guys. Damn, man. That damn sun came right in the wrong spot tonight, messing up the live feed. Well, let's take a hydration break. Let me roll down my window. Yeah, so old gringo wants to get rid of this child support, retire in a van, live by the mountains. That's a good plan to me. What do I want to do? I take life one day at a time. I want to live by the beach. Would I be? I may retire in a vehicle. I may retire in an RV lot. I don't think I'll ever retire in a house. I don't want it. You know, you have to want something. Like, believe it or not, I wanted to sell my house and I wanted to live in a car. See, like right there, that's different than most other people, right? Most people say, I want to buy a house. I don't want to buy a house. So a lot of people say, I want to buy a kid. I don't want to buy a kid. Mike Reese says, being so volatile, go you think 401k is a want. Well, to me, 401k is good. If you paid off your debt, put in your 401k up to your match. Like my company matches 6%. So, but my money's in a money market account. It's not in the index funds. So I don't make much other than like a percent or so. But I get that 6% match because that's just like free money per se. So what I would say is pay off your debt first, then put up to the company match. And it's up to you whether you want to do index funds, small cap, big cap, or if you want to just put it in the money market. I put my in the money market at 18,000 when the Dow was at 18. I almost put it back in when we went back down to 18 during the coronavirus, but I didn't pull the trigger. And so I just been watching, but that's okay. I got my other risky investments. That to me is just for the match, for the long term. Old gringo. I know Sam is ready to go to Florida. I'm counting it down, brother. Every day I'm licking my chops to go to the flattest state in America. What's that? That's Florida. Let's continue to read. Oh, coconut emoji, palm emoji, the bikini emoji. You don't have to bikini wax for me, baby. I like it a little hairy. Tidal wave emoji. Let's do that. Beach emoji. Sea. Oh, yeah, seashells. And sun emoji. Got to get that vitamin D. Coconut juice all over my body. Paradise as soon as possible. Old gringo. You have figured out my wants, and you've nailed them with all those great emojis, brother. Shout out to you and all my members. Let's take a hydration break. My man, old gringo, coming in strong tonight. Getting that overtime, building his best life. ESP, always strong from Alaska. Always checking out Element Van Life. Mike reading here first. Doing that Uber. Getting that money bag. And every other person out there watching. My man Steve in here strong. What's Steve got to say? Steven, I have two groups of students. Okay. Now, Steven recently left teaching, right? And now he's going into a new thing. Let's continue to read. First group is a super ambitious. Second, generation immigrants or from a poor background. Second group is from established families and want to do social work, art, teach. Interesting. You know, what did I want to do? For me, I just wanted to make money. I hated construction. I don't want to do construction. I just thought the quickest way to get a certification and make money. And then as soon as I could, I got out of there and I went to technology. I desired technology more. Ultimately, I just like to be independently wealthy through a couple different creative ventures. But Steven, what do you want, brother? Like, I know you say you're leaving teaching. What do you want out of your life? I think what you want is just important as what you need. Because it's like you can have all your needs met, but if you're not living a life you want, are you happy? No. Now, happiness is fleeting. There's suffering and happiness, and there's nothing perfect. But I want to add some value to your life here and share with you this. It's great that you prioritize your needs in one sense above your wants. However, it's also wisdom to know what you want, because at a certain point you have to go after what you want and, you know, really cut down on your needs, you know, and so again, there's a time and a place for everything. There's different seasons of life, but there has to be some sacrifice at some point to go after a life you want, not just do what you need to do. You know, you got to do both. And if you don't, you're going to live an uninspired life. I don't want to be like depressed nomad. I don't want to be uninspirational nomad. I want to be inspirational nomad. Now, I have my moments of upsetness, and like everyone else, I'm human, but I try to be as inspired as possible. Old gringo, I heard that Fisher Island by Miami is in the wealthiest zip code in America. I don't know, man. I don't really spend much time in Miami. I don't know that area, so I don't want to misspeak on it. You know what I mean? Boca, Palm Beach County, even sometimes hitting the Treasure Coast and stuff. So, Dade County, Miami, yeah, I go down there, but I don't really, it's a little too congested for my personal liking. Mike Reed, it is. Tony, Mike Reed knows he's from Broward County, so he's saying Fisher Island is wealthy. Tony, hey Sam, shout to Canada, shout to you, Tony. Hey Sam, who was the member you blocked this week? Gifted Green. He just created a YouTube profile August 26th, and all of his comments were a little bit contentious, and then he left a real nasty comment, and I just blocked him. And I told him to unsubscribe and cancel. So Gifted Green, I think he just created the profile maybe just to troll me. It's a shame. I mean, I don't know if he was or not. But again, there's really people with severe mental issues that, like, they have profiles. One profile, they may be a loving member. Like, Sam, I love you, I'll support you. The other one, they bash you. Like, before I did members, there was a guy, he would come on, maybe it was a girl too, because I had a couple girls that I basically blocked and they wanted to get with me, and then it got very nasty. But there was this one guy, like, he had a name like Churchgoer, and his other name was Atheist Worshiper. And he would like come in the live chat to see if he can like praise God and then also and be a science guy. So some people, like, they're split personality. So I don't know if this guy was trolling me, split personality, or just a nasty person. But I told him, and I sacrificed a member, that I'm not going to put up with that. So look, guys, really my goal for the membership is to get up to 1 to 10% of my subscribers. Am I close to that? No. I'm trying to get to 1% first, which would be approximately 120 members. Right now I'm at like 0.001%. So, but I'm very grateful for all you guys because you don't have to do it. But I want to give you the reality of life. But I have blocked even members I've blocked. I've blocked people who've PayPal'd me. I've blocked people who super chat me. So, look, guys, I treat it like a side hustle because if I can't be myself and if I can't have a healthy environment, I don't want it. Look, eventually, if YouTube wasn't financially worth it, I'd shut it down. I'd just focus on my career and I'd focus on DoorDash and anything else that would come up in the meantime. However, YouTube has progressively gotten a little bit better each year, a little bit. And so I focus on it. But I try to share with you guys the honest insight of a creator. If it didn't, then for me, I didn't put all my chips in on YouTube. If it didn't, I shut it down. I move on my life. Like some people, they run their channel like, oh my God, don't shut my channel down. Guys, look, if my channel gets shut down, I move on because it's not my life. I like it because I have weeded out a lot of bad people. I've connected with a lot of great people that are in here tonight. I enjoy sharing. I think this is part of my gift. I think I add value. I think it encourages me as well as others. But it's not going to be like a church setting, like where you guys, like we're playing a game with each other. It's either we both find mutual value in each other willingly, or we go our separate ways. And that's kind of like, I think that's very honest with myself and with others. Good question. No, I just broke it down. Love to you, Tony. I appreciate you, man. Old Gringo. I hear about Fisher Island by listening to Patrick Bet David's YouTube podcast. Excuse me, brother. I never heard. Oh, Infotainment? I don't think I've heard it. I heard of Valuetainment. I never heard of Infotainment. I may have to check that out, brother. Love to you, Old Gringo. Oh, Valuetainment? Yeah, I've watched him. He's a little bit too, he's big capitalist. I'm not mad at that. I'm capitalist too. Sometimes he leans obviously very conservative at times, but he does have value. He lost me a little bit. Well, I guess I lost people too at times. So, but I will say he does have videos that add value. So I respect that. And I have to, as a creator, I have to pull myself back sometimes from being too critical because, look, everyone adds value in their own way. And what I've learned as being a creator and a YouTuber, if you don't like someone's value, don't watch. I found myself at one point trolling Bob Wells. Now, not in a heavy like troll way, but I was leaving like comments on his videos, like disagreeing with like every video. And then some big nasty chick, she was like, Sam, well, she didn't know my name, but she was basically like, well, if you don't like my videos, well, she was like, if you don't like his videos, then why do you watch? And I was like, well, she's right. I have to be honest. Like sometimes I'm wrong. So I just watch videos of him that I like and videos I don't. It's very rare at this point that I leave a comment on someone else's channel as far as even critiquing. If anything, I try to leave a positive one if I find some value. But if I don't find value, I just move on, because the comment section for most channels, guys, I read every comment, I respond, and I weed out every unhealthy comment from my perspective. So, but other channels, you look at the comment section, guys, it's like the backyard of someone who has no lawnmower. It's full of weeds and nastiness. I don't like that. Let's continue. Where are we at? My man, Steven. I want to do cybersecurity. All right. Well, now you're talking my language. Cloud and AI related things. Okay. Working with some connections in the field. Listening to audiobooks. I like that. Digital nomad style. And getting certifications. I like where you're going. Want the money bag. I ain't mad at that bag. And ability to travel. I love where you're going with this, Steven. And a career with opportunity for growth and change rather than the same thing year after year. I like it. And that's a little bit why I left the electrical union to go into the private sector. And I had to start at the bottom. And I worked on site for about 15 years. And so I think from everything I've heard in your comments, you have the mindset to do what you need to do to position yourself well. So you're on the right path. I like your wants, and they all sound in line with your, like how you create needs and wants. So I think you're going to create a good lifestyle for yourself, Stephen. Keep pushing forward. You're young. You're 25. The human, or something like you're in your 20s, right? The human brain doesn't develop till 25. You don't know who you are till 35. So adjust as you go, Tony. The Yacht Club has an exclusive clientele. It's true. Psychopaths are thrown overboard. Good job. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, look, guys. That's why I don't call it the strip club, because I've been to the strip club, and there's a time and place for the strip club. But every time I went to the strip club or a free club, there was always a shooting and a fight. Anytime you had to pay to get in the club, it was always a little bit less volatile, less unhealthy, less dangerous. And so, look, I put a value on my time at this point, because I did have to really think about, do I want to do members? Because I knew I'd lose a lot of people, and I lost a lot of views, and I lost some people. But at a certain point, as a creator, I have to say to myself, Sam, I enjoy doing this, but I'm also wasting a lot of time. So I could be doing other things that are more valuable in one sense. So at a certain point, you have to look at your time. It's like, I want side revenue. I want to use my gift, but I have a need to maximize the efficiency of my time and gift. You got to balance it. So I made a calculated decision to go members only. I said, well, if it doesn't work out, okay, it's not my main hustle. And if it doesn't work out, then either way, I'm not making enough off just AdSense for this to be worth it. So I have a job. I could take a higher risk. I don't count on it full time. And if it doesn't work out, I'm pretty much back where I started, because, every 1,000 views equals about $5 or so, sometimes less, sometimes $1. So guys, after you do the math and you look at the metrics, you got to make some decisions. So it's true. Marguerite, I'd rather have termites than nutcases. I think that's a fair point. I think your mental health, emotional and financial health will get destroyed living with the wrong people. I think you do better to be bundled up on your bed in a house by yourself with 2 packs of Raid and air bombers and just spraying and breathing in toxic fumes rather than listening to toxic people. Guys, I'd rather fumigate my house and smell the toxic fumes of Raid than listen to nagging. That's true. Tony, Canada's in the building. $5 super chat. I just got great news at work today. Uh-oh, money bag emoji. My money bag, yeah, will be getting bigger. I like how that sounds. And my job security will be getting better. So a little tip for you, Sammy. Well, damn it, Tony. I tell you this, as a 40-year-old man, I like to know my money bag's growing, because, guys, I'm not trying to, I'll just tell you this right now, Tony, congratulations, number one. Number two is what you have learned with your job, I'm sure, is that if you show up, good things happen. So, Tony, you got rewarded from your employer that you show up, you add value to them, you're valuable to them, and so you've been rewarded. I'm going to do a video coming up that basically gives you the 3 tips to any career. It doesn't matter what you do. And the number 1 tip is always to show up, because Tony has now crossed another threshold. Every time you get a promotion, you take your career to another dimension. Like, yes, you can get laid off, but now you've gone to another dimension of your resume. Every time you accept a management position, yes, you can be, again, demoted, but now you've been a manager at least once. So guys, it's good to go forward even if you eventually go a little bit back. So Tony, congratulations, celebrations, money bag emoji to you. Thank you for the gracious tip. Thank you for being a member. Thank you to all my members. Thank you, Tony, for the extra tip tonight. Shout out again to everyone out there who received the direct deposit today, payday. Okay. Don't worship the mighty dollar, but don't forget, if you go into church, it's members only. It's tithing. I went to a church for 10 years and tithing was taught. I went to the Catholic church when I grew up and there was 2 offering plates in every service. So what I can tell you guys, I've never saw a pastor block a tither, but you've seen a YouTuber block a member. So there's a big difference, guys. Big difference, okay? Yeah, I remember being in church and we were in a we were in a leadership meeting and the guy and the pastor was teaching us about like how to be a leader. And one of the audio books he gave us was when you correct a church member, you have to evaluate how much they give to the church because you have to be diplomatic. If they are a big donor to the church, you have to be very soft in your correction. As soon as I heard that, that was the cracks in the foundation of me staying in that church long term. I learned a lot from that church. I'm a better man for going for that church. So I don't want to be negative, but I also want to share with you guys. You got to think for yourself. Let's take a hydration break. Thank you again, Tony. ESP. Sam, can't be bought. Laughing. Hey, guys. A stripper can't be bought. Okay, now some strippers will give you a lap dance. Some strippers will give you a blowjob in an after-hour spot. Okay. But a stripper is just Cardi B before she blew up. Okay. So Cardi B was a stripper in the Bronx. And those who don't know Cardi B, she's a artist, a rap artist. And so what happened was after Cardi B put in the work to not just be a stripper, but to be an entertainer, she went on reality shows and she shopped her demo tape. And then eventually she went higher up the scale of her career. Now, okay, she basically is in the yacht club. Okay. She gets paid, okay, for her performances. And it's a lot more than she used to. And it's a lot better environment. The whole point of life is to go forward. Okay. And I consciously made the decision to sell my house and live in my car, to cut my needs to a bare minimum because I wanted to use my creativity. I knew YouTube was a risk. I know it's still a risk. To share your life publicly is a risk. Okay. Now, for some people, it's not a risk because they got no job. They're hobos anyway. I hate to say it, but it's true. They're child molesters. They're nasty people. Okay. But for me, guys, for somebody who's a functioning person in society, for you to share, like it'd be different if I was like Nate from Element Van Life and I did a generic live feed like, this is how you do Reflectix. This is my girlfriend. We're traveling to Massachusetts. Yeah, this is the free campground. Like if I did that shit, like, you know, guys, I tell you politics, I tell you sex, I tell you church, I tell you masturbating a sock. They ain't gonna tell you. Guys, I tried to talk about this in the church. They said I couldn't do it. I said, I will find a platform that the Lord will provide where I will speak the truth. Now, I will take a risk, but I will cut my needs down to the bare minimum. And if people don't want to watch me, then I'll shut it down. I'll do the corporate world. I'll do DoorDash. I'll do whatever I got to do. But I'm not going to be on the hook to other people because if I got something to say, no one's going to put baby in the corner. No one's going to put inspirational nomad in the corner. Okay. Okay. All right, let's take out this. Tony, shout out to you. Shout out to my members. Graham. Yeah, Value Entertainment. I know that guy. I've watched some of it. He's a right winger a little bit, but again, I'm not total liberal. Like, guys, you know, I know that Trump is not a leader. And I also, look, Clinton and Obama did a better job than both Bushes and Trump. So, on 9/11, under George Bush watch, 3,000 Americans died. We went into 2 aimless wars. Okay, Barack Obama got us out of those wars. He got bin Laden. Economy recovered. Trump took over. Okay, what do we got? 200,000 people dead. On 9/11, 3,000 people died. Coronavirus, 200,000 died. So you say, Sam, it's not the same. Well, guys, how do you measure a death? Does a death matter only if you're in a building with a burning plane? Or does it matter if you die prematurely because you were warned late because he downplayed it? Does it matter? That's individual, right? I mean, but I got to evaluate it and say, I don't agree with that. But I think Joe Biden doesn't understand certain aspects of the economy and life where you do want to be conservative. You do want, I would love to see someone be more balanced. But I do think the system, Republicans and Democrats, I think the system is intentionally set up where you have one part of each that has some sense and one part and both parts of each that are too extreme. And so it keeps people somewhat divided. It keeps it going back and forth, and it's hard to go forward. So I think there's a lot more things behind it, so I don't get too caught up in it, but I speak on it so that you know where I stand, and, everyone gets to decide. Oh, Gringo, I'm not a right-winger. Me neither. Me and you on the same page. I'm not a liberal either. I try to find a level of a balance, but I tend to lean more progressive. Oh, Gringo. By the way, I had to give up church to get extra hours. To me, you did the right thing. Because, guys, faith without works is dead. He goes, but truthfully, I think I'm fine with churches. I think church is dead. I don't even think you need to go to church. Just want to keep my faith personal. Old Gringo, 100 emoji. Old Gringo, 100 emoji. One of my members that has the custom-only membership emojis, drop the mic emoji for Old Gringo. Okay, good job. Old Gringo, fine done with churches. Drop the mic emoji. Tony, thank you again, brother. Shout out to Canada. They got universal health care. Canada didn't fall apart. During the coronavirus, they got $2,000 a month per citizen. They got universal health care, and their economy is doing great. America's the only first world country that doesn't have universal health care. We got some of the least unemployment benefits. So it's a give and take, but I don't want to live in Canada too cold. Tony, yep. Sam has great work and job-related advice. Guys, thank you very much, Tony. I want to improve your lives. I want to add some value, some entertainment, and I want to have fun too. Thank you, brother. ESP, I was raised Catholic too, and I'm thankful for that, but you know what I mean. Let's continue to read. It's MVRV, aka ESP. The nuns would say gambling's a sin. Yeah, I used to see the nuns get dropped off in Atlantic City in New Jersey at the Trump Towers. And in our church, on the weekends or on holidays, they would have all the nuns and priests get into a bus. They're from North Jersey to Atlantic City. They would take about an hour-and-a-half trip bus, and they would go gamble. But guys, if you ever read Mother Teresa's last will and testaments, her last writings, she died very bitter and upset. She questioned her faith. Why did Mother Teresa die so bitter? Because she wasn't getting enough dick. She wasn't gambling. She wasn't enjoying her life. She was a little bit brainwashed because there wasn't the internet. She was just in this bubble of theology. And she forgot that once in a while you got to get it doggy style, or at least you have to masturbate in a sock. Once in a while you got to do a little bit of investing. Once in a while, you got to date a MILF with Hello Kitty. Once in a while you got to get in your van like Old Gringo and drive to the mountains and see what Moses saw. What did Moses see? Moses saw that most people are nasty. As soon as you take them out of bondage, they erect a golden calf. What did Moses see? Moses saw that in the United States of America, we don't worship God. We worship gold and the stock market. So let us say, as a capitalist nation, we shall have no religion as part of our fabric, because if we did, we would damn sure have universal health care. We would damn sure have a lot more social programs, but we don't. Why? Because, guys, capitalists for the win. And what I could tell you is, I ain't mad at that. Okay? Let's continue to read. She goes, this ESP now. Then they would invite our parents to Wednesday night bingo in the church. Yeah, and I guarantee you some priests were giving a blowjob. Bingo, big money. Good comment, ESP. You know the game. See, you think the Catholic Church, now the Catholic Church does have Catholic charities. They do a lot for a lot of people. I've seen it. But, like I know, it's funded through bingo and private schools. Okay. The mafia was in bed with the Vatican a little bit too. Don't forget that. Okay. And what I can tell you is the Pope turned a blind eye to sexual abuse. Bingo is Atlantic City without the gaming license. Never forget that. Okay. Bingo funds faith. Okay. Faith without bingo is dead. That's what the Catholic Church say. So what I can tell you is this, guys. We're all capitalists at the end of the day. Old gringo, I'm personally conservative, I imagine, but idealistically liberal. I understand what that means. Or even progressive at times. Me and you on the same page. It depends on the issue. That's a fair comment. I like where you're going. Steven, good job, brother. Custom drop the mic emoji. Shout out to everyone who wants to be in the technology industry. Okay, bang, hot MILFs, but live on wheels so you're not tied down to one area. You have a lot of flexibility. You're independent. Your needs are low. Your wants are high. And you can change quick because you're living mobile and technology is here to stay. Oh, great. We worship Manan. I don't know what that means. What do I worship? Look, I believe in God and a higher being. I don't understand God all the time. I believe in Jesus as far as a level of the teachings. I don't believe in everything in the Bible as gospel because even the Bible says, don't take this as a commandment. This is my opinion, basically. So, I think you should have faith, but I think faith without works is dead. And I think you balance it out. Jesse O, my first ever member. Shout out to everyone out there day trading, or you ran through a couple brokerage accounts and now you're just playing bingo. And shout out to Workhorse. I think it went almost up to $24 a share. Jesse, there was a whole section dedicated to RV living in Walmart. Well, I ain't buying it. Why? Because I ain't got an RV. Nomadic Fanatics got a $5,000 repair on his RV. I got no RV. I got a regular car. RV for the L. RV for the L. What I can tell you is regular vehicle for the win, okay? Wu-Tang sign, Wu-Tang forever. Why? Regular vehicle for the win. Guys, if you're going to get an RV, W for Walmart. Why? You got a lot of shit, okay? I don't want an RV. Nope. I want a regular car for the win. Good job. Let's continue. There's a whole section dedicated to RV living in Walmart. Consumerism's a trap. I had to stop myself. Member only chat. I had to stop myself from buying all kinds of stuff. It's a total consumerism trap. Oh, seat covers, foldable bucket, and list goes on. Yeah. Oh, it sounds very bad list. There's a lot of wants, not a lot of needs. I don't like that list. Good job, Jesse. Put that money in your pocket. How do you double your income? Fold your money, put it in your pocket. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's take Andre's a big. Click that thumbs up. Click the blue join. Thank you, Tony, for the tip. Thank you to all my members. Oh, yeah. Bob Wells is now marketing poop bags in his members. Guys, Bob Wells nonprofit, he brings in 6 figures a year. He has a personal assistant. He has a personal assistant to tell poor people to go live in the desert and here's a free van. Guys, he should just do member-only chats. But I've seen his live chats. They suck. So I can tell you, guys, but the reason why people like Bob Wells, he does do informative videos. Thumbs up to him. He was one of the first originators to give a lot of insights on the nomadic lifestyle. Thumbs up to him. However, where he fails is he tells a lot of young people that, you really don't need to build your career. However, Bob Wells built his career. Bob Wells created a YouTube channel, selling books, created a nonprofit. He's getting a salary from that nonprofit. He's paying a personal assistant. Bob Wells living great. Guys, the RTR was a perfect cross-promotional product. Like Joel Osteen uses his church to sell his books. Guys, it's a cross-promotional product. But I'm not mad at it. But Bob Wells is a capitalist, okay? And I'm not mad at that, guys. So everyone's a capitalist. That's true. Let's continue. Oh, Gringo. Oh, yeah, Mama from Heaven? Oh, no. Manon was a false god. I never heard of him. Mentioned in the Bible. I don't remember that name. Pagan of God of money. Well, I can tell you this, man. In the Old Testament, God was nasty. In the Old Testament, God told Moses to kill 3,000 people, men, women, and children, okay? So what I can tell you, if you say, Sam, you don't believe in God because you do members only. Guys, I never killed anyone. I never murdered someone's husband to sleep with their wife. That's what King David did. I didn't do that. Guys, all I did was tell you to masturbate and suck, stay single, and if my videos do anything for you, click the blue join button. Guys, I think that's pretty fair. You know what I mean? So, you gotta call it how you see it, No, I gotta tell you guys, Richard Mc, that's pretty good. Jesse, laughing. You're fired tonight. Sam, what are you doing tonight? I don't know. I'm single. So, guys, I don't know. Oh, I'm fired up tonight, maybe, man. Oh, what am I doing tonight? I'm masturbating in a sock. Guys, I'm going to go for a long walk by the beach. I'm going to maybe watch some of my replay. I'll watch some other YouTube. I may go see my mom one more time. And then I'm going to find a spot by the beach. I'm going to crack my windows. I'm going to put on my battery-powered fan. I know a lot of you psychopaths want to see my fan because you like to see. Bob Wells got videos about showing your fan. Guys, I got no electricity bill, okay? No electricity bill in my house, bro. I got a fan, $20 from Walmart, okay? I'm gonna have this blowing up my ass, okay? I'm gonna have some baby powder on my balls. I know that's a little bit too descriptive. And I'm gonna be sitting there with my earbuds in, watching a little YouTube, maybe a little bit of free porn. And then tomorrow, I got laundry day. I want to take my mom to go look at a couple things I've been thinking about getting for her or whatever. And the countdown's on to Florida. I'll be working out tomorrow again. Every day I've been in the gym for 2 weeks. I'm feeling sexy. What you got going on, Tony? And Bob Wells' assistance is not hard on the eyes. Oh, you want to talk about Dunkin' Donuts, baby? She living in a Prius. I ain't mad at her, though. Love and respect to her. She's a very smart woman, ESP. With COVID, she's living in Alaska. And ESP is a successful businesswoman living in her NV200 in Alaska. Let's continue. She goes, her husband died. She's a widower. She's a fighter. She's a survivor. Guys and girls, you can do it. Whether you live in Alaska, whether you live in Florida, whether you live in New Jersey, or whether you're old gringo, you're going to the mountains. Guys, put no limits on what you can do. You have to have wants and needs. Good job. She goes, she got a storage unit though, so let's pray for ESP. With COVID, stores around me have gone back to plastic bags. They don't want to deal with the reusable bags, okay? Free poop bags right there. Hey, if it's free, it's for me. I ain't mad at that. Steven, my brother gambles in the stock market with my parents' retirement. Sounds like probate when your parents die, and that means 2 years of hell. And I feel for you, brother. I told them not to, but whatever, you don't get too involved. I worry about me. Damn it, Stephen, you're ready for the next level of self-improvement. Well, I tell you, I got crazy family members too. It's going to be probate out the wazoo. So let's just pray to move forward one day at a time. Keep it up with Bree. Keep it up with Bree. Love to you. You're in the building. Heart emoji to you. Tony. And God wiped out entire cities. You damn right. If people did not worship him, that's pretty strict. Also, he destroyed all people on earth except Noah. That's true. Guys, if you want to know what that's like, okay, go to Florida during hurricane season and stand on the Atlantic Ocean. You'll see what that is. Not good. Keep it up with Bree. We love you. Hot emoji. Currently eating Dominican food while keeping up with Bree. Watch the sodium. But what I can tell you, you're young enough to snap back. You are young enough to snap back. When I was 25, I would eat a bucket of fried chicken and then play full court basketball for 2 hours. Okay, but I can tell you this, Bree, when you're in your 30s or 40s and you eating Dominican food and you had a baby, you ain't never getting back in shape. Did you see Nikki Bella? She looking big. John Cena winning right now. Because after John Cena seen Nikki Bella post baby, I said, never mind, Lord, I don't want her. Never mind. And what I can tell you guys, you ain't never, after 2 babies, you ain't losing that weight. Nope. And I'll tell you right now, stay single. All my females out there, why would you want to destroy your body? Nah, keep it tight. And all my guys out there, why would you want to pay for Nikki Bella? Nikki Bella not even looking good no more. You were ready to destroy your life because Nikki Bella, she was a wrestler, you like wrestling, and she was hot. Now, she not wrestling and she not hot. Nah, what I tell you was single for the win. Good job. All right, guys. I think we end on a high note tonight. Shout out to all my members. I appreciate you. Click the thumbs up if you haven't. Thank you to everyone who joined the membership. Thank you for Tony for that tip. Money bag emoji to everyone who got the direct deposit. Happy Friday. Heart emoji to you. And peaceful sleep emoji. Peace. Yeah, Nikki Bella. What a disaster.